I found a photograph behind the dresser drawer. Your smile, my summer dress, a screen door. The yard looks smaller now than how I kept it in my mind. But you look just the same as everything I'll never find. We didn't know that we were living in the best of all our days. We just moved through them carelessly, like people always do. With the beautiful and golden things they think we'll always stay. We were golden once, you and I, and all that summer light. We were golden once, and we didn't know. We didn't know. We were golden once, and I have been a little less than gold ever since. I still make coffee for two sometimes. Old habits have a longer life than most. I catch myself about to call your name before I remember. You're the memory, not the host. I'm not asking for it back. I know that gold eventually turns. I'm just sitting here a moment with this photograph and all the warmth that it returns. We were golden once, you and I, and all that borrowed light. We were golden once, and honey, wasn't it? Wasn't it something? Oh, the way the world was softer through your eyes, the way the morning always felt like mine. We were golden once, and I will carry that until the very end of time. We were golden, golden once. The table set for two, but only one shows up. I pour the wine for you and drink it from both cups. You smile at me the way sun smiles at the rain, not cruel, not even knowing how it drives me half insane. I keep the door unlocked, though you have never knocked. I keep the light on, honey, though you don't know where I live. Only one of us is falling, only one of us lies awake, only one of us keeps calling out a name the silence takes. You sleep like someone innocent, and God, I hope you do. Only one of us is in love here, and darling, it's not you. I've memorized the way you laugh without a cause, the places that you pause mid-sentence, mid-applause. I know what tea you take, I know your winter coat, I know 1,000 small details you never knew I'd wrote. I keep the hope folded neat beneath where two hands never meet. I keep it sweet, I keep it tame, and I keep your name. Only one of us is falling, only one of us lies awake, only one of us keeps calling out a name the silence takes. You sleep like someone innocent, and God, I hope you do. Only one of us is in love here, and darling, it's not you. I don't blame you, you can't choose what finds you, and God knows I didn't choose this either. I just love you from the only distance that a one-way street will let me. Only one of us is falling, only one of us lies awake, only one of us keeps calling out a name that fades away. You live your life like open sky, and I love you for that too. Only one of us is in love here, and darling, it's not you. Only one of us. Only one. I used to walk these avenues alone, content with all the quiet I had known. The city lights were beautiful, it's true, but beautiful means nothing without you. Then one October evening, cool and clear, you laughed at something foolish I said, dear. And Lord, that laugh rearranged my universe. No warning, no rehearsal, no reverse. Suddenly the stars made sense. All those constellations I had never learned. Suddenly I understood what all those old love songs had always meant. Honey, I was living in the dark until you walked in, and suddenly the stars made sense. I've read about this feeling in the books. I've seen it in the movies and the looks of people who had found their someone true. I smiled politely, never thinking I would too. But here I am, hat in hand, heart on the floor, asking questions I never thought worth asking before. Like, is it too soon to say I'm terrified of how right this feels? Suddenly the stars made sense. All those old philosophers and fools who wrote of love were simply telling me the news. Oh, darling, I was living half a life until you walked in, and suddenly the stars made sense. Suddenly, yeah. The sane ones say I ought to let you go, pack up my heart and find a calmer shore. But sanity was always overrated, love, and calm was never what I bargained for. They see the way I wait beside the phone. They see the letters that I've never sent. They say this kind of loving breaks a soul. I say a soul unbroken was a soul unspent. I'd burn this city down for you, honey, every bridge and boulevard. I'd walk through fire barefoot across 1,000 miles of broken glass. If you were on the other side, I'd burn this city down for you. Don't call it reckless, call it what it is, call it true. Some love is clean and sensible and neat, a Sunday thing, a pleasant, quiet beat. And maybe that love lasts, maybe it should, but I never knew how to love anything that quietly, and nor would you. You want to know what I'm afraid of? Not the burning, not the bridges, not the cost. I'm only afraid of the morning, when I wake and find I love too carefully and lost. I'd burn this city down for you. Every lamppost, every landmark, every star, they'd find me in the ashes, smiling, knowing I had given every single thing I are. Don't call it madness, don't call it desperate, don't call it a beautiful mistake. Call it love, call it love at its most alive. Call it everything at stake. I'd burn it down for you. Every last beautiful piece of it.
I won't make you promises dressed up in gold. I won't paint the sky with words that can't hold. But what I have is simple and it's real, and it's yours if you'll take it. Every quiet thing I feel. No grand illusions, no borrowed light. Just me, just this, just us tonight. All of it is yours. The mornings and the undone things, the coffee going cold, the way my whole heart opens when I hear you at the door. No performance, no pretending, all of it is yours. I won't love you louder than I mean. I won't give you more than what is clean and true. There's a kind of love that doesn't need a stage, and that's the only kind I have for you. No borrowed fire, no borrowed grace, just two hands meeting in an ordinary place. All of it is yours. The doubting and the tender things, the worn and weathered core, the part that doesn't shine but holds the door. No performance, no pretending, all of it is yours. If love is just a word, then I'll live in the silences between the ones that say more than syllables could ever mean, more than syllables could ever mean. All of it is yours, the long and unexciting nights, the ordinary shores, the truest, most unglamorous love you find behind that door. No curtain call, no grand finale, all of it is yours. All of it is yours. All of it is yours. The house is quiet now. Your chair still holds your shape. I talk to you sometimes. The walls don't mind the weight. I still hear you in the rain, in the turning of the year. You never really left me. You just learned to disappear. I found your handwriting inside an old cookbook. 3 words in pencil had more salt. I couldn't bear to look. I still hear you in the rain, in the turning of the year. You never really left me. You just learned to disappear. They say that grief gets easier. Maybe that is true. But easier without you. Is still without you. just learn to disappear. You just learn to disappear.
It's not that I'm still broken, I should say. I've learned to sleep again, I've learned to eat, I've even learned to laugh without the guilt of laughing. When you're no longer here to meet, but no one teaches you the smaller things, the songs you can't unhear from certain years, the restaurants you reroute yourself around, the smell of cedar that still brings you here. Teach me how to miss you less, not how to stop. I know that's not on offer. Teach me how to hold this tenderness without it pulling me under and under. Oh, I've made my peace with all the big things going. I just need some help with all these small ones left behind. Teach me how to miss you just a little less. I visited the park we used to love. The bench was there, the oak tree, all of it. And I sat down and didn't cry this time. I just said hello and felt a quiet that almost fit. Maybe that's the teaching, not a lesson, not a method, just a morning where the missing comes in softer at the edges than it did before. Teach me how to miss you less, not to forget. I never want to forget. Teach me how to carry this with grace, the way you carried everything, my dear. Oh, I think I'm getting there. Most morning, I think I'm learning how the missing changes shape. Teach me how to miss you just enough to keep you safe. Just enough to keep you safe. Haven't got a palace or a throne, no river full of diamonds that I own, No orchestra to serenade the moon, no roses sent at midnight or at noon. But I have got a pair of steady hands that show up when the ordinary lands. I've got a quiet kind of loyal heart that chose you at the finish and the start. Nothing fancy, everything real. That's the only love I know how to feel. No grand promises written in the sky, just a simple man who won't say goodbye. Nothing fancy, darling, but everything real. I won't write you sonnets in the rain. I can't quote the poets, but I'll stay when the weather turns and joy runs thin. I'll be the one who's always walking in. I know the world makes love look like a spectacle, a firework, a fever, something visible. But darling, real love mostly looks like 2 cups of coffee and the morning paper, and a hand that finds yours without thinking. Nothing fancy, everything real. That's the only love I'll ever know how to feel. No curtain call, no standing ovation night, just me beside you in the ordinary light. Nothing fancy, nothing borrowed, nothing staged or rehearsed, just everything real from the very first. Everything real. Everything real. I've given you the marrow of my bones. I've given you the quiet and the storm. I've laid my whole existence at your feet, and still I come back broken and reborn. Some say I've lost my senses, lost my mind, but losing you would cost me more than I could find. Go on and burn me to the ground. I'll rise up from the ashes, turn around. You're the fire that I run into, not away. Oh, I would rather burn in you than live a cold and hollow day. Go on and burn me to the ground. They tell me I should walk, they tell me run, that loving you's a war I cannot win. But wars don't stop the desperate or the true. And darling, I was born to let you in. I've tried the roads that lead away from here, but every single one of them ends right back with you, my dear. Go on and burn me to the ground. I'll rise up from the ashes, turn around. You're the fire that I run into, not away. Oh, I would rather burn in you than live a cold and hollow day. Go on and burn me to the ground. This ain't weakness, this ain't breaking. This is love in its truest, most naked form. I am not a woman barely making. I am a woman who has chosen her storm. Go on and burn me to the ground. I'll meet you in the fire. I'll stand my ground. You're everything I've ever run into, not away. I would rather burn 1,000 times in you than spend one breathless night away. Go on and burn me to the ground. Go on and burn me to the The candles burn, the evening folds in half. I set the table out of force, of habit now. 2 plates, 2 glasses, 1 too many chairs. You're somewhere not here, and I'm somewhere not knowing how. I learned your favorite corner of a room, the way you hold a teacup with both hands. I learned the silence after you say goodnight. I learned all the things you never thought to understand. The table's set for one again tonight. Two candles burning down to different heights. Set for one. I don't regret a single quiet ache. I don't resent the distance or the dark. Some loves are not for keeping, only giving, and I gave mine gladly, wholly, from the start. You never asked me to, no darling. You were always kind, always unaware of the whole small life I was living, just a little to the left of yours. The table set for one again tonight. And that's alright, and that's alright. It has to be alright. I'll blow the candles out by 9:30. Fold the linen, put away the wine, and love you quietly in the dark from my side of the table set for one. Just one. I remember the exact shirt you wore, the second Tuesday of November. I remember how you took your eggs and how you never could remember where you left your keys, but always knew where I was standing in a room. I remember every argument and every sweet apology that followed. I remember mornings wide and full, and evenings sometimes hard to swallow. But the hard ones taste like honey now, compared to this. The cruelest, most beautiful grieving. Oh, the mercy would be forgetting a little, just enough to let the edges blur. But I remember everything, every last irreplaceable perfect word. They say that time will soften what it takes, that memory grows gentle at the seams, but mine stay sharp and vivid and exact, as if my heart refused to let it only be a dream. Some people lose the details first, the color of the eyes, the particular laugh. I lost nothing, not one single ordinary, extraordinary unsaid. And the sad things, God, the sad things in the kitchen and the car. I remember everything, and I would not trade a single bittersweet scar. I remember everything, every last thing. The years have come and gone, seasons changed their mind, but every morning you're still there, the kind that time can't find. They just grow quiet and deep, like rivers under winter ground, still moving in their sleep. We've worn each other soft, like stones beside the sea. Whatever I've become out there, you made that part of me. Some loves don't end, they just grow quiet and deep, rivers under winter ground, still moving in their sleep. I don't need forever promised. Forever's already here. In the way you know my silence, in the way you hold me near. Some loves don't end, they just grow quiet and deep, like rivers under winter ground, still moving in their sleep, still moving in their sleep.
Your coat still hangs beside the door. Though years have passed, you're here somehow. I changed the walls, I changed my life, but your memory still fills this house. I've tried to live a life without you. God knows I've tried to make it true. I still set a place for you at the table, still reach across the bed where you once lay. I've told myself 1,000 times I'm able to let you go, but I can't walk away. Because loving you was easy as breathing. Now every breath feels strange and new. I'm still dancing to the waltz of your leaving, still calling out for you. September shines the way it used to. I see your shadow in the crowd. The song we danced to still lies waiting, too sacred to play out loud. I don't wanna be healed tonight. I just want one more evening by your side, one more laugh, one more coffee cup, one more chance to hold on.
to the waltz of your leaving, still calling out your name, still calling out your name, still calling your name.
It was a Sunday in October. You were reading by the window. The light came through the curtain, and I forgot how to be lonely. That's how it happens, doesn't it? Not in grand gestures or design, just a quiet afternoon with someone, and suddenly the world is fine. You laughed at something small. I don't remember what it was, but I remember thinking, so this is what it feels like. That's how it happens, doesn't it? Not in grand gestures or design, just a quiet afternoon with someone, and suddenly the world is fine. I've looked for it in everything since then, in better rooms and brighter days, but it only lives in memory now. That October light, your face. That's how it happens, doesn't it? Not in grand gestures or design, just a quiet afternoon with someone, and suddenly the world is fine. And suddenly the world is fine.
We stayed too long at every party then. We let the midnight stretch to 2 to 3. We ordered one more round we didn't need, because going home meant you'd stop being next to me. We drove with all the windows open wide. You sang to every song you barely knew. I laughed so hard I had to pull us over. Lord, I would give anything to pull us over one more time. The summer we forgot to end. We were so good at stretching golden hours thin. The summer we forgot to end. Every evening tasted like it might begin again. Oh, the fireflies and the front porch, and the way you take my hand. The summer we forgot to end. I've been living in that summer ever since. September came like it always does, polite and uninvited to the door. We said goodbye like it was just a pause. Neither one of us prepared for it to be what it was for. I still feel it in the July heat, when the evening gets that particular shade of amber that belonged entirely to us. The summer we forgot to end. Oh, honey, weren't we something golden there? Inside my heart that summer, we forgot to end.
I've known your laugh for years, the way you take your tea. How strange to realize one morning you were always meant for me. All along it was you, right there in plain sight. How many sunsets did I miss standing in your light? I've heard you say my name 1,000 times before. but yesterday it sounded like a word I'd never heard. All along it was you, right there in plain sight. How many sunsets did I miss standing in your light? I don't know when it started. Maybe it always was. Some things don't need a beginning, they just are because they are. All along it was you, right there in plain sight. How many sunsets did I miss standing in your light? Standing